and the shilling had travelled far out into the world, without exactly knowing where he was, though he learned from the other coins that they were French or Italian. One said that they were in such and such a town, another that they had reached such and such a spot. But the shilling could form no idea of all this. He who has his head in a bag sees nothing, and this was the case with the shilling. But one day, as he lay there, he noticed that the purse was not shut, and so he crept forward to the opening to take a look around. He ought not to have done so, but he was inquisitive, and people often have to pay for that. He slipped out into the fob, and when the purse was taken out at night, the shilling remained behind, and was sent out into the passage with the clothes. There he fell upon the floor. No one heard it. No one saw it. Next morning, the clothes were carried back into the room. The gentleman put them on and continued his journey, while the shilling remained behind. The coin was found, and was required to go into service again, so he was sent out with 3 other coins. It is a pleasant thing to look about one in the world, thought the shilling, and to get to know strange people and foreign customs. And now began the history of the shilling, as told by himself. "Away with him, he's bad, no use." These words went through and through me, said the shilling. I knew I sounded well, and had been properly coined. The people were certainly mistaken. They could not mean me, but yes, they did mean me. I was the one to whom they said, "He's bad, he's no good." "I must get rid of that fellow in the dark," said the man who had received me, and I was passed at night and abused in the daytime. "Bad, no good," was the cry. "We must make haste and get rid of him." And I trembled in the fingers of the holder each time I was to be secretly passed on as a coin of the country. What a miserable shilling I am! Of what use is my silver to me, my value, my coinage, if all these things are looked on as worthless? In the eyes of the world, one has only the value the world chooses to put upon one. It must be terrible indeed to have a bad conscience, and to creep along on evil ways, if I, who am quite innocent, can feel so badly because I am only thought guilty. Each time I was brought out, I shuddered at the thought of the eyes that would look at me, for I knew that I should be rejected and flung back upon the table like an impostor and a cheat. Once I came into the hands of a poor old woman to whom I was paid for a hard day's work, and she could not get rid of me at all. No one would accept me, and I was a perfect worry to the old dame. I shall certainly be forced to deceive someone with this shilling, she said, for with the best will in the world I can't hold up a false shilling The rich baker shall have him. He will be able to bear the loss. But it's wrong in me to do it after all. And I must lie heavy on that woman's conscience too, sighed I. Am I really so much changed in my old age? And the woman went her way to the rich baker, but he knew too well what kind of shillings would pass to take me, and he threw me back at the woman, who got no bread for me. And I felt miserably low to think that I should be the cause of distress to others. I, who had been, in my young days, so proudly conscious of my value and of the correctness of my mintage. I became as miserable as a poor shilling can be, whom no one will accept.